Hey everyone, I am Professor Kennedy Edom Kukuya. Today we're talking about caffeine, that magical pick-me-up that keeps so many of us going. But, is it really helping us? Or is caffeine actually a sneaky foe? In this video, we'll break down the science of how caffeine affects the brain and body, its benefits, its dark side, and whether it's worth that extra cup. Stick around to find out. So, what exactly is caffeine? Caffeine is a natural stimulant found in coffee beans, tea leaves, chocolate, and even some plants. When we drink coffee or tea, caffeine enters our bloodstream and eventually reaches our brain. But how does it actually wake us up? Let's break it down. Our brains naturally produce a chemical called adenosine, which makes us feel sleepy. Think of adenosine as your brain's way of saying, hey, let's wind down. Over the day, adenosine levels build up, and that's what makes us feel tired as the day goes on. But here's where caffeine gets tricky. Caffeine blocks these adenosine receptors. It's like putting a do not disturb sign on them, so your brain doesn't get the sleepy message. Instead, we feel awake and alert. Pretty cool, right? But here's the twist. Caffeine doesn't actually give us energy. It just tricks our brain into feeling awake by blocking those sleepy signals. Meanwhile, other chemicals like adrenaline kick in and make us feel alert, but that can come with a downside. Once the caffeine wears off, the adenosine that's been building up finally hits us and bam, we get the dreaded caffeine crash. That's why after a few hours you might suddenly feel even more tired than before. But what about long-term caffeine use? Here's where it gets tricky. Over time, your brain starts creating more adenosine receptors to balance out the caffeine. So what happens? You need even more caffeine to feel awake. That's how tolerance builds up, and it's a cycle that can be hard to break. And too much caffeine can cause side effects. Think jitters, anxiety, a rapid heartbeat, and even trouble sleeping. Yes, even if you drink it early in the day. Okay, so let's weigh the pros and cons here. Caffeine does have some great benefits. Studies show it can improve focus, boost mood, and even protect against diseases like Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. But for some people, caffeine's drawbacks like anxiety or insomnia can outweigh the perks. So, is caffeine a friend or a foe? It really depends on how you use it. Experts say about 200 to 400 milligrams a day is safe for most adults. That's around 2 to 4 cups of coffee. But if you're feeling jittery, anxious, or struggling to sleep, it might be worth cutting back. Here are a few quick tips. Try not to drink caffeine late in the day. It can stay in your system for hours. And watch out for hidden caffeine sources like chocolate, energy drinks, or even some pain relievers. Alright, caffeine fans, what do you think? Is caffeine more of a friend or a foe in your life? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you have any tips on balancing caffeine, we'd love to hear them. And remember, caffeine can be an awesome tool if you use it right. Thanks for tuning in, and don't forget to subscribe for more cool science on pharmacology stuff. See you next time.